evening, late night freaks. I'm here to give you a read straight from the hip with lots of lip. And I can already tell this is my out of pocket crew. I really feel like you all are about to do something very unexpected, something that might take people by surprise, something they couldn't anticipate from you. And I do have a download coming in right away for all of the signs coming up in this set, on this video. That it would be really good for you to drop in with a read I did a little bit ago. Scroll through the videos, okay? I'll try to put the link in the comments for you all. It's to the Weird Way Collective read, and it's called Cheers to Being Greens, hence the green light, okay? I feel like there's a really important message in that video for you guys that has a lot to say about what you're stepping into right now, but it's good. I like it. I like it, okay? And you all aren't wanting tarot. You all are wanting straight to the point, playing cards. And I might pull a few arcane bullshit cards on you. Okay. So definitely working with a little out of pocket energy with you. When I bring in the signs, we're talking sun, moon, rising, Venus, north node. We're going to throw Mercury, Mars into the mix. And of course, packed house. If you got a stellium, 3 or more planets in that sign's house, even if they're in a different sign, you're still going to feel that influence, okay? Cross watcher energy can come into a reading, so pick what side you're on. Tap into the energy, listen to your intuition. Let that be your guide first and foremost as to how the storyline is applying to your particular situation. Do keep in mind, I'm reading for a collective, okay? So not every single piece of information that comes in is going to be for you. But I think if you just listen to the overarching themes, you'll understand how it's speaking to your unique situation. And we're going to just dive right in. I don't want to waste any time. We left off with Scorpio in the last video, so that means Sagittarius, you're first in line with this one. Love my Saggies. I got strong Sagittarius energy in my chart. In fact, I got Sagittarius Moon, Sagittarius Neptune. And then I also have, I thought for the longest time, I had an astrologer tell me that my Lilith was in Scorpio, and I found out it's not. My Lilith is in Sagittarius. Holy cow, Lilith on roids, man. Because everything goes into expansion with Sagittarius, right? With that big Jupiter energy. So what up, all my Saggies? I know this feeling of being ready to just do things different, being ready to shake things up, being ready to kind of go out on a limb. So I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to be in play for all of us, what's coming in for the Sagittarius Collective through this lunar cycle that's getting kicked off with that Aries Full Moon that's coming in on Sunday the 9th in the afternoon. I think it's something like 5:45 or 4:54 or something like that. I think it's 4:54 or something like that in the afternoon, late afternoon, early evening. So if you really want to take advantage of the lunar energy on offer, work with it tomorrow night, Saturday night. Okay, that's a good time to call your manifestations in. So let's see what's coming in for the Sagittarius Collective with this Aries full moon lunar cycle. How's this energy going to be playing out for them through this month of October? What is coming in to the Sagittarius Collective with this full moon lunar cycle? It's interesting. So right off the bat, we have let it go, man. Let it go with this 4 of Spades, right? This is all about you just releasing any need to even give a single bother about it, all right? This is time for you to just trust, okay? Certain things are being set in motion right now, and the more that you can just let go, the better off you're going to be. And that's really in harmony with the full moon energy anyway, because full moons are all about this time of letting go. And the reason why you can let go is you got 6 clubs on the bottom here, right? This is, you're coming out ahead in this scenario. You're good, you're golden. You don't have to worry about anything. You're gonna triumph in this situation. Whatever's been holding you down, holding you back, you're gonna find success. And I think you know that. I think you feel it deep in your bones. You've been moving correctly. You've been making the right choices. You've been letting go of the things that were getting in your way. And I do feel you had some energy blockage on your path, but it was more related to other people you were dealing with. You kind of had to, like, toss out some bad seeds that were going to strangle out the shit you were trying to grow. You gotta get out those invasive weeds, when you're trying to grow an abundant harvest. And I think there was some stuff that was in the way that you needed to clear. I think you've been through a lot of stress, in this process. And so it's time to just kind of relax, let go, turn it over, trust that everything's going to work out just fine. And we know that with that 6 of clubs coming in light, it definitely is. Now, what did you need to clear out? I don't know why this keeps coming in. I don't know why this keeps coming in, but it's coming in. Probably has to do with the Pluto energy that's been retrograde, okay? But we got King of Hearts energy here, okay? That's water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Really getting a lot of like shadow aspect stuff coming in with the water sign collective. I don't know what's up with that. I think part of it also is like just noticing the ways that, we can sabotage ourselves from really making wise choices when it comes to who we give our hearts to. Sometimes we can get lured in by, superficial things, and it's not until we scratch the surface and we look a little deeper that we realize that, not all is as it was presented to be. Not all that glitters is gold. There's kind of that message there. I think that, you're sort of feeling a need to be a little bit more wise with, how you give people access to your heart in the future. And, you want to be careful with this, though, because you don't want to go to the point where you block out what could be potentially a good thing, but we see something really threw off your balance here with this 2 of diamonds coming up in the shadow aspect. I think you were dealing with somebody who was a juggler. I think you were dealing with somebody who played with your heart. I think you took the risk. You opened up your heart to this person. They took advantage of that. I think they had more than one option. I don't think they were honest with you about that. We see there was a lot of stress about this with the 9 of spades coming in here, okay, in the shadow. This caused you a great deal of anxiety, I just really see this made you sick with worry. You didn't know where this was coming from or what to expect. But I am noticing right here, I'm really drawn to the 2 of diamonds with the 9 of spades. That's 11, okay? So we know that, you clearing this energy out is what actually brings you into alignment. And 11 is big blessing energy. So I don't think you need to worry about this, With this 4 of spades coming in the shadow, isn't it interesting? Your read opens up with the 4 of spades in the light aspect, okay? So this is letting you know Spirit's got this. So with the 4 of spades coming in the shadow aspect here in relation to this energy, that really lets me know that they were trying to halt you. This thing was acting as a block to you moving forward, and it might have been moving forward toward a Queen of Clubs, okay? That's fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay, because we got this person's coming in the light. So I think there was somebody here who was coming in between you and somebody that you felt passion for, somebody you wanted to connect with, some interfering third party. And look, right behind that, we got Queen of Diamonds. Okay, this is Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, also coming in the light aspect. Okay, so this is interesting because we do see that there's multiple players here, right? All right. So maybe, I don't know who was playing the game in this situation. Masculines, if you've got a water sign strongly aspected in your chart, I'm picking up, particularly Scorpio. Like if you got a Scorpio Venus, that's coming in. If you got a Scorpio Venus, maybe you were kind of trying to like, maybe you were trying to play some games. Maybe you're trying to spark some jealousy. Maybe this is how you've been used to sort of getting attention from the object of your affection in the past. You might have done some work around this. You might have realized that you were kind of moving in sort of a manipulative way, and you sort of, kind of put a halt on that, gave it a rest, working on transforming this energy. For the feminines, you know, you were dealing with somebody who was playing with you on this level, you know, and it really affected you in a negative way. I think you had some guy in the mix who, you know, was kind of being manipulative in matters of the heart. He likes people to compete for his attention, compete for his affection. We see there's just too many people here in the mix, all right? Got too many people here in the mix. With the 7 of clubs coming up in the light aspect, this is definitely something that, you know, should be blocked. You know, there shouldn't be any room made for this. You need to stand on, you know, stand on your truth, block this energy from coming your way. And we definitely see with this Ace of Spades in reverse in the shadow, I think this energy is going to be relentless. I think you've been trying to keep this energy from coming towards you. You know, you've been trying to hold it back, and you need to be aware that this energy is not going to give up. This energy is going to be persistent. So you're going to need to have good boundaries in this situation. You know, with the 9 of Spades coming up in the light aspect here, isn't it interesting? Like you have like the shadow and light aspect of this. These are things that have been illuminated for you. You recognize that whenever this person comes around, all right, it starts to bring this energy of stress and worry into your life. You know, maybe you've noticed you feel sort of a state of unrest. Maybe you have trouble sleeping. Maybe there's intrusion in the dream state. You know, this person kind of has an energy that's very, I'm picking up that they get very corded into you, you know, and it's kind of almost like I had just heard succubus. It's kind of like that succubus, incubus kind of energy. So, you know, pick what side you're on. This could also be, you know, when we're looking at the King of Hearts, it doesn't necessarily have to be a man. When I say masculine, you know, it's somebody who could operate more out of that energy, more of a masculine kind of stance, even if they, you know, they're a woman, you know. So we both hold both of these polarities, but this is definitely somebody who's being like more assertive, taking on more traditionally kind of masculine roles. They're the more active pursuer. So I see this could be somebody who is like relentlessly pursuing you. Maybe you got somebody who's trying to insert themselves into your life romantically. Maybe you've already tried to bring an ending to this situation, and this person is just like not leaving you alone. And it's creating some stress. It's creating some stress in your situation. It's possible too that you already have an existing relationship, you know, you already have an existing relationship, and this person is kind of, you know, trying to barge their way into what you got going on, and it's creating a stressful dynamic for you. You might have a couple friends in your corner that are helping you out with this, a couple feminine friends, a couple queens that are here, you know, helping you sort this out. Potentially sisters, I just heard that, sisters who, you know, are a good support system for you. Maybe your sisters warned you about this individual, you know, and said, you know, you better be careful about, you know, letting this person in. They're going to cause a lot of problems. I do see there's the need for boundaries here, because with this Ace of Spades, you know, coming up in the shadow and in reverse, this is somebody that does not know how to respect a no. You tell them no and they don't listen. They want what they want. Look at this. 3 of Hearts in the shadow. This is a really unhealthy third-party dynamic situation. There's somebody in this mix who's obsessive in nature, all right? You got to pick what side you're on. They're obsessive in nature. They won't let go. And this is a problem. This is a big problem. It's coming from the masculine. Again, we got earth sign energies. This is somebody who really acts out of their more kind of like masculine side. They'd be more assertive in nature. They're more the active pursuer in this situation. Okay. Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay. There's something here that definitely needs to be brought to an end. And with this 7 of Spades coming up in the shadow, this person does not have good intentions. This person is here to disrupt shit. They are here to fuck shit up for you. Big time. This is somebody who is strong earth and water placements in their chart. Okay. And there's somebody you need to be lied to, because there's this big saboteur energy here. They're trying to get away with something. They're trying to pull a fast one on you. You need to be very aware. You need to be careful with your heart here, King of Hearts, okay, coming up in the light aspect. All right. I think maybe at one point you might have kind of got turned on by this energy. Maybe you liked that they were kind of edgy. Maybe you liked that there was a little bit of this element of, almost like danger involved. This person might have a certain kind of mystique about them that sort of lured you in. Maybe it spoke to a place inside of you where you used to be in the past, Maybe you used to entertain shit like this. Maybe you used to get off on a fair share of drama, I mean, we've all been there at a time. People like to think that they don't feed drama in any way, but, we tend to invite certain situations in our life because they're actually acting out things that we need to heal. And often that can be related to like family dynamics, stuff we had going on in our childhood, and so we can get sucked into stuff because there's a sense of familiarity in that. And often familiarity, even if it's unhealthy, can be mistaken for a certain level of bonding, and it's actually it's really destructive. It's very destructive in nature. Yeah, I see that there's definitely a need to keep the heart safe in this situation. And I think that that's what I pick up, that there's some women around you. There's some women around you. I'm picking up like a mother energy. I'm picking up sisterly type energy. These would also be like girlfriends who are so close, they feel like sisters. I think you got somebody who's very grounded and also somebody who's a very straight talker. One holds a lot of fire, they bring forward their words with a lot of fire. They talk to you strongly, sometimes it might burn, their truth might burn, but it gets straight to the point and it's what you need to hear. I think they're helping you gain clarity in this situation. Then you got another sister there. This one feels kind of like a motherly energy. It's very grounded, it's helping you get grounded and see sort of a higher perspective in this matter. And that's kind of helping you through. They really want you to be careful with your heart in this situation, okay? They really want you to be careful in your heart. There's like this piece about communication coming in too. Maybe you had a lot of fear of opening your heart because of this person you dealt with and the number they did on you. There might be somebody that you're actually wanting to share your heart with right now, but you feel kind of like you've had to restrain it. You're afraid of getting hurt. This might be why you're kind of taking a rest at this time. You're sort of like letting things be. You need to wait until you're feeling like it's safe for you to open your heart to somebody. Yeah, we see with the 3 of clubs coming up in the shadow, you're just sort of not really worried about, seeking anything coming into your life right now. You're holding off. And we see you're holding off waiting for this. This looks like Queen of Spades energy, okay? That's air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, okay? Somebody has one of those placements strong in their chart, all right? So we see this is kind of like what you're holding yourself off from, like letting in. I think you're afraid to let this person into your heart. Okay. And I think there's a piece about communication that's involved in this. Yeah, with the 8 of Hearts coming in here in the light aspect, it shows me that you've really come to a place where you're moving away from like sort of casual hookups. You're moving away from things that just sort of bob along the surface. You don't want to be entangled in messy dynamics anymore. You're not wanting complication. You're wanting something that's more aligned with the heart, something where you really feel there's growth in the connection, there's positivity. You're leaving behind this 5 of Clubs energy, all this drama, all this fighting, all this combativeness, all this competitiveness. You may have even had like this competitive vibe going on, or rather a competitive vibe was being created by this one interfering energy. We do see there's like several queens here, okay? So there might have been, three potential, suitors, on on the board, you know, as options to explore. Maybe you were kind of interested in a few different people, and then there was one person that was really being like a fly in the ointment, that was creating a bunch of drama where there didn't need to be any drama, was stirring things up in a place where it appears that the majority of these other queen energies here, they're like, you know, they're copacetic. They're coming in the light. So we don't see there's really any struggle here, but we do see some water sign energy was really not moving right, was causing problems. And I think they were creating like this blockage. They were trying to keep you from being able to move forward. You know, we had that Four of Swords in the shadow, you know, so that's really about keeping you in a stuck place. Maybe they didn't want to see you move on. Maybe this is somebody that you had a connection with in the past and you were really close with them, and maybe they were hoping there could be a revival in your connection or something. You ended up not wanting to go there with this person. They felt spurned by that. They knew maybe you were exploring other options, looking in other directions. They had a problem with that. It caused some issues, but they're not going to be able to block that with the 10 of Hearts. All right. You definitely got fulfillment and love coming through for you, right? You're moving away from this shit, from the disappointment of the 5 of Hearts. 5 of Hearts is all about dealing with, you know, disappointment over somebody who triangulates you, puts you in third party dynamics, makes you promises, then doesn't deliver, you know, leaves you high and dry, leaves you fucking hanging. And you just got finished with that. Now that you've finished that, you're able to move forward toward what you really deserve. You know, somebody who can meet you in the place you're ready to go. And we do see here, we got the 7 of Spades coming up in the light. So you transformed this energy. You transformed it because I feel like you called it out. You called it out. You know, 7 of Spades, which already came up for you. When somebody's trying to get away with something, you know, they're trying to do you dirty and they think they're getting away with it. They think they're pulling a fast one on you. For it to come up in the light, this means you exposed this behavior. Like you called it out. You called it to the mat. You didn't let it, you know, elude you. And we see you coming up strong here. Look at you, King of Clubs in the light. All right. You used your fire to shine a light on this shit, and you burnt that fucking bridge. You burnt that bridge. All right. You said, nope, I don't want this offer with the 4 of Hearts coming in the light. I know what I deserve. I deserve better than that. And I'm not going to put myself in a position where I'm going to be giving my heart to somebody who's going to take advantage of me and shit on me. And you brought an end to this cycle with the 10 of Spades coming up in the light. Beautiful energy, man. Because you did that, it brings you the 4 of Clubs, okay? In the light. This is like celebration card. Celebration. You open up with the 6 of Clubs to the 4 of Clubs. This is beautiful. You're going to have something to celebrate on the other side of this. I think it was pretty gnarly when you were going through it. Definitely wasn't easy, but there's something on the other side for you. Yeah, this is what they were trying to interfere with. Look, 4 of Clubs in the shadow. There is so much duality in your situation. This lets you know that this is what's been earmarked for you. Like there's somebody that you're supposed to be coming together with, you know, actually building a future with. I feel like it has a lot to do with even like coming into like living with, like really building a future with, building it together, you know? And somebody really wanted to interrupt this for you. They were blocking your path. They were blocking your path. They were causing problems. They were trying to sabotage you. But you're definitely moving away from this energy with the 6 of Spades coming up in the light, okay? You don't need to worry about this. You're starting to head into a smoother time in your life where you're not going to have these disruptions, this turbulence. And look at this. With the Ace of Spades, still in reverse, okay? It's my Archangel card, but it's coming in the light. I see that this blocking energy, like this person who just like will not let it go and they keep causing complication and problems for you, they're finally going to get the memo, okay? This is kind of like being sequestered. It's being handled. I feel like Archangel Michael is holding this down, all right? Your space is protected. This person's not going to be able to interfere in your life anymore. So, you know, where there was problems, where there was disruption, where maybe there was fallout with people that you cared about because of this person being in the mix, because we do see, you know, you got some feminines around you that are like good people, you know, they're good people. They're not operating out of this energy. you're going to be able to have healing, with those people where there was like falling outs or disruption caused by this individual. And this person, they're going to finally get the picture and they're going to go away. They're not going to bother you anymore. Yeah, this was somebody that you were involved with in the past, with the Six of Hearts coming up in the shadow. All right. This is like an ex, an ex causing shit, causing problems for sure. And I see this energy is going to be moving on out. Okay. There might have even been blockages, in relation to your finances with this Nine of Diamonds coming up in the light. I feel like, again, if somebody is doing any kind of like sabotage, trying to hold you back, trying to disrupt your security, this message has been coming in association with some kind of, unhealthy, destructive water sign energy. All right. So I don't know if there was somebody who was doing any kind of workings, if people who roll like that, who do manipulative magic, and if somebody was trying to like put a block on your shit, it's that energy is like it's null and void. Your financial success is secured. I see you moving into a really good place. Right now, you might be kind of just focusing more on yourself, focusing on building for yourself, enjoying your own company. You feel a little burnt out on all this energy that you've been dealing with. And I understand that, but with this Three of Hearts coming in light aspect, where you've had worry about the fallout that was caused by this person and the disruption it created in your social circle, I'm getting, you don't need to worry about that. You're going to have healing in those connections, okay? Just be on the lookout, okay? Because we do have like this fire sign energy moving toward you, okay? Masculine in the shadow, all right? So like I said, I think there's more to come to light in this situation. Let me see. Okay. Okay, this is interesting. This is interesting. I don't know if this water sign energy also has fire strongly aspected in their chart. I feel like it would be one of the big three: rising, sun, or moon, potentially Venus, okay? I'm really limiting it on this one. Let's make it the big four, okay? But I feel like here we have this, there's water sign energy, okay, coming in. And it's coming in the light aspect, all right? So I think that there's this energy that's going to come forward that wants to be let in out of the cold, with this Five of Diamonds. I think there's going to be this, kind of like hard sell. I've transformed, things are different now. I know what I did back there, but I've had time to think about it. They're going to be moving towards you with this, Jack of Clubs energy. But Jack of Clubs, especially coming up in the shadow, this is player energy. So you need to be live to this, okay? You need to be really mindful of this. It's somebody that has water strongly aspected in their chart. Sun, moon, rising, Venus. Sun, moon, rising, Venus, I feel, I'm not picking it up so much with the other placements. I feel like it's a stretch. This is somebody who has a really strong water placement, and they also have fire in a strong placement in their chart. Water, fire, I'm getting here, all right? You need to be live to this. You need to be live to this, and you need to be very, very, very smart, all right? I think you will be with the Eight of Diamonds coming up in the light. You didn't forget what you went through. This might have been somebody you worked with too for this financial piece to come in. This might have been somebody who was connected to your work somehow. Maybe you worked together. Maybe you were working on a project together. Maybe they used you for your services at some point. There is this like some kind of exchange of money piece, money being entangled in this situation. But I do feel like it was somebody that you were working with. Just got potentially on a creative project, okay? Potentially on a creative project. So, just be live to this. Be live to this. Be smart. Don't let it sabotage you, okay? You're coming out of this energy. And I think they know that you're coming out of it and they're going to try to like throw a wrench in the works. All right. This energy is very persistent. Now, I am picking up that maybe they did do, you know, some work. They did kind of do some cleanup work, but there's still that shadow element there. And where the shadow element is, again, right? I told you it's like a succubus type energy. The shadow element is in the aspect that there's like still this like sexual cord between the two of you. You know, maybe this sexual chemistry was really strong with this person. Potentially, you know, for you masculines, you might be tempted, you know, to let this person in because, you know, you want the sex. Let's just be real, you know, you want the sex. And so this is kind of about you deciding, you know, do I want to stay in this lower vibe energy or am I really wanting, you know, what I want, you know? Be aware of Aunt Brenda, though, okay? Be aware of Aunt Brenda. Look, she wants to get you in her clutches, okay? Look at that snake suckling on her tit, you know. I'm picking up like if you go and you mess around with this person, yeah, she may ring your bell, but she's gonna be fucking corded into you, man, and she's gonna have you in her clutches. Like you got to be careful with this energy. I think you need to do some cleansing, man. There's something you're not seeing clearly here. You're not understanding that there is definitely some weird ass mystical shit going on in this situation. I feel like there's some workings going on in this situation, and you need to have your protection up. All right? You need to look at this situation clearly, and you need to have your protection up. This is for those of you who know you're dealing with somebody who operates on the occult level, okay? You need to do some cleansing. Give yourself a spiritual cleansing bath and put your protection up. You need to be mindful. You need to see this person accurately. You're not. They want to bring you to your knees, okay? This is somebody who wants to put you in a subservient position. They want to have control over you. So be mindful. Be mindful of letting this person in. You know, I think it's going to be a real good sell. I think it'll be a real good sell. But you need to be aware of what you're courting here. This is really interesting. How did this end up upright in the middle of the deck here? Yeah, there's something here you need to be very aware of. Look, we got this moth energy. It's like the moth to the flame. Okay, the moth to the flame. Look at like Darth Vader here, and there's this like bomb being dropped, the destructiveness. This is about you mastering your dark side. Because the force is strong in this one, okay? This is about mastering your dark side. There might be the urge for you to act out of, you know, your primal nature. Like I said, there's this big sexual connection here. For some of you Sagittariuses, you know, you might want to be careful. You might want to kind of lure this person in with the promise of sex just to kind of destroy their shit as a way to get revenge. I just got this, okay? You know, be careful of moving like that. That might give you some instant gratification that eventually that's going to swing back around and bite you in the ass. So be careful about how you move. I'm advising that you do some purification in this situation, you know, cleanse the energy, do some purification baths, you know, 2 cups baking soda, 2 cups Epsom salt or sea salt, soak in a tub where you add some bay leaf tea, you know, just get some bay leaf, brew it up, let it steep for, you know, 13 minutes, add it to that bath and, you know, just soak in it, clear this energy out. Yeah, look at this. The temptation energy, parasitic fruit, all right? This, look, through the sexuality, I'm telling you, it's fucking STD energy, man. Sexually transmitted demons. You need to watch out. This person, if you let them in like that, you may think that you're going to be able to work something over on them, but it actually gets you corded into a really unhealthy dynamic. And you're going to find that this victory, everything you've been building for yourself, it could get upended. All right. So That's what you need to work on. All right. Put up your boundaries. Remember what this person put you through. All right. Don't try to pull one over on them. Don't try to get even. Remember, you opened up your reading with the Four of Swords coming in the light. It's like, give it a rest. Turn it over to spirit. Let the energy play out, because this person, they're gonna get that energy coming back to them. All right. This situation will be balanced out. I do feel big time Archangel Michael energy around this situation. Let him cut the cords, man, and have him lend you his shield. All right. You need to be live to this energy. Oh, this is funny. This is funny. This might have to do something with a musician, okay? Typical, all right? Got this shitty acoustic guitar guy here, all right? I just want to be free, man. I just want to be free. Look, he's fused commitment as like being shackled, man. This guy, and more power to you. If you want to go out, you want to sow your oats, you want to live that lifestyle, that's cool, but be honest about it. Be real. Don't play fucking games with people's hearts, all right? We see this character right here. They're going to keep trying to come back because we got the death in reverse. This is somebody you've been in a cycle with this person multiple times for death. You've gone down this road multiple times with this person. Ain't nothing changed, okay? Ain't nothing changed. So we know you got victory ahead for you. You got good stuff ahead for you. You got good options, when it comes to love. You got healing happening from where there was disruption because of this connection. Be smart. Be smart. And yeah, you can have some words of healing. You can let things go peacefully, but don't get ensnared in like some need to go tit for tat or get revenge. Because if you do that, it's just going to come back around and bite you in the ass in the end. And then you're back in this fucked up cycle. It's time to like raise the energy vibration. You don't need that drama in your life. Okay, Sag? And I'm taking the memo for myself. I know, like, there's times if I get burned, man, I got fire in me. I'll be wanting to show a motherfucker. But I try to restrain myself because it's in my best interest to not get sucked into it. Because whenever we go to that place, what we're really doing is we're giving our power away, right? So just let it go. Go chill out, man. Like, go take some cleansing baths, go enjoy yourself, relax a bit, just kind of blow off some steam from all this stress that you've been through. I'm picking up, like, really focus on your self-care, do things that make you feel good and let this energy just like dissipate, move on out. All right. All right. Let's see. What do I want to do? What do we want to do for Capricorn? Let's go with the super awesome future cards for Capricorn. I don't pull these out very often. All right, Capricorn Collective. What is coming in for the Capricorn Collective with this full moon cycle? What do they need to let go of so they can receive their blessings? What is coming in? What's the good stuff that's coming in for the Capricorn Collective? Where do they still need to do that last bit of cleanup work to close out the old cycle? What is coming in for the Capricorn Collective? Oh, something's tempting you. Okay, we got temptation here. All right. This is very much akin to the Lover's card, but we see there's this like Lilith energy that's coming down that tree that's acting as a temptation. I think there's, some relationship you're in where both people are not on the same page. We see two people looking in two different directions, and we see two snakes approaching. So I think you both got options. If you think you're the only one with options, I think you're deluding yourself in that matter. Okay. So we have to be mindful, like there may be some snakes in the grass, maybe you think these people coming in are, something that's going to be like good for you, maybe it is tempting. Maybe, things have grown a little stale in your connection. You're wanting to shake things up a bit. You're wanting a little strange. You want something a little different. You kind of want to take a risk, act out of pocket, but, do be mindful of the nature of these people that are stepping to you, because if you are already involved with somebody and these people have been coming to you, you know, and tempting you, and you're feeling tempted, like, do you really want to connect with people who would move like that? I mean, something to just be aware of, Capricorn. Okay? Do be live. Do be live to the quality of people that you're feeling tempted by. It's like, if they know that you've already had somebody and they're kind of trying to drive a wedge between you and this person, they're trying to lure you in, like, what is the agenda really? This is a question you need to ask. If there's something that ain't right there, if you're not, you know, feeling tempted by someone right now, I think you're going to have somebody coming in that is going to be trying to tempt you. Look at this shit. You got the rats. Okay? Look at this. This is plotting. This is plotting to, like, steal something from you. There may be somebody coming in who's trying to distract you, you know, so they can run off with something that's yours. And it could be your person. And maybe they're just a decoy. Did you ever think of that? Somebody might be running some fucking game on you. They might be working you. And some of them might be trying to work you for money. They might want to rip you off financially. Be aware. Be aware of who you're trusting, because you have some rats around you. You need to do some house cleaning. I'm getting that really strong. For those of you in any kind of business dealings, financial exchanges, be aware that there's people who are trying to take a bigger cut. All right? They want to try to run off with something that's yours. So this applies in both love and business. Okay? I'm picking it up really strongly. Really strongly. Woo. Somebody doesn't want me talking about this. Look at this. Pig energy. This is greedy, right? Somebody's being greedy here. They're trying to take more than their share. They're trying to take more than their share. You know, we do see that there's underhanded stuff going on here. All right. There's stuff that's happening behind the scenes. This is like very much like subterfuge energy, plotting. Maybe, you know, maybe you're talking to somebody and you guys are talking about running off with each other. You're thinking of ghosting your person. That's fucked up, you know? There's this interesting piece, though. When I look at this pig energy, I also think about, you know, somebody who wants their cake and to eat it too, which, I mean, I always kind of hate that saying, because it's like, of course you want to eat your cake. What are you going to do? Just look at your cake, you know? But there's this place inside of you that's like being a little bit, somebody here, you know, I mean, I have to go with that, okay? Because it came in like that. But it, you know, pick what side you're on. But there could be this place inside of you that, you know, maybe is being a bit greedy. You know? Maybe you're the one trying to take a bigger cut. I feel like there's another person involved, though, in this situation that's like whispering in your ear, that's kind of egging you on and encouraging you. I do. There's a financial piece here, and there's also like temptation to be disloyal to somebody, to stray from, it looks like a relationship. I don't know if there's been some third party interference in your relationship, and this has been something that's kind of been in the dark, something that's been hidden. Yeah, I don't know, man. You need to be careful. You need to be careful here. Because what I see here is that we got the spaceship, okay? So again, I was talking about maybe somebody going ghost, okay? So maybe you've talked to this person about you know, running off together, going on some getaway together. But I see, you know, you could be left feeling really stranded in this situation. You know, you could be feeling like you're lost in space if you go through with this. You want to be careful, all right? We got a love relationship here. This shows at some point you were in a committed relationship, all right? But there's this 3 energy. There's some kind of third party interference. And we look right behind it. We got the blender. We got the blender. And inside the blender, there's a couple, and they're now very angry at each other, all right? There's been problems created here. I see this as there's like some kind of shady thing going that's trying to create a wedge between 2 people. It could be in a romantic relationship. It could also be in a business partnership. Okay. But there's people that are trying to take something that belongs to you. They're trying to interfere in your situation. And they may be luring you in. They may be promising you a lot. But I think in the end, if you go through with this, if you allow greed to kind of take over, if you go into that place where you just want what you want without considering how it affects anybody around you, that you've had commitments to, that you've been in agreement with, you could find yourself really lost out in the ether, stranded, left high and dry in this situation. I think you need to be very live here. Wow, it's really coming up behind the temptation, that snake card again, okay? Yeah, you got some snakes in the grass that you need to thrush out and expose here, okay? And you know who this is. You got the keys. You got all the keys inside of you in this situation. Your intuition has been telling you this. You're going to hear from this person soon. All right? They're going to reach out to you. They're going to reach out to you. You need to be very mindful in this situation. There's going to be some opportunity to move forward. And I think it's going to be really tough for you. I do. It's going to be tough for you because I think there is a part of you that feels a real connection with this person with the infinity card, okay? But this person, look at this. They are going to disrupt your stability. You're going to feel like they got you in a vice. I always hear, whenever I pull this card, I always hear Joe Pesci. I got your head in a fucking vice. Okay. What was that from? Casino? Was that from Casino? All right. Look, maybe you're thinking of going to Vegas with this person. Maybe you got this fantasy. We're going to run off to Vegas. We're going to get married. There's some kind of hype, but it's like no good. Like it's no good. It's all a scam, man. I believe there's money factoring in here, and I'll tell you why. Okay. But this is something you need to be very mindful of because it's really going to disrupt your stability. It's going to get you entangled in some bullshit. You really need to find the balance here. Okay. You need to find the balance here. I think that you've been having a hard time for a long time. I think you've been working really hard. You've been dealing with a lot of drudgery, and I feel like, you're in this place where you're going to need to find the balance between your head and your heart. You can't just be all logical, and you also can't just go with the impulses of your heart. You need to bring both together. You need to merge those two places, and you need to come to the place of instinct, okay? Instinct. That's when you're allowing both the logic and what you're feeling in the form of your intuition to merge and help guide you forward, all right? Don't be like a chicken, that gets caught in middle of the road, because you're trying to lug something along that's just weighing you down, right? If you're having issues in your current situation where you're feeling unhappy, rather than allow yourself to get distracted by diversions or empty promises, things that look really appealing on the surface, but deep inside, you know they ain't quite right. I know it's not quite right. I know you've picked up something about this with those keys coming up. Like, there's something deep inside of you that just knows, I don't know, something feels off about this. If you ignore that and you go forward with this, be careful, I was just thinking of like chicken, when they play chicken with the cars, where they drive towards each other with the headlights. Like, you don't want to get caught in that crossfire, you don't want to get hit with something you weren't expecting. There's something here where you're like being asked to really like go the extra mile. Like, I feel like people are just like really making you, take on a lot of responsibility for moving this thing forward. It's like they want you to take the leap. They want you to take some kind of move in this situation. They're tempting you in some way. They're making these promises. There's love, peace factored in very strong here, and there's a temptation aspect to it. And they're asking you to take a move here, to create movement in this situation. I think that a bit of you is chicken about it. Like you feel apprehensive about it. It's making you nervous. There's a reason for that. And it's because your intuition is picking up that something's off. Look here, please. We got zombies coming in with the attack. Okay? You see that there? That's a praying mantis. You know what the praying mantis does after it mates? What does it do? Don't be like a chicken with your head cut off, okay? That's what the praying mantis does. It bites your head off after it gets what it wants out of you. Be careful. And this may be somebody that you've had dealings with in the past. It's like Night of the Living Dead out here with this energy, okay? So be mindful. Because, you know, if you let those hungry ghosts come and feed on you, you're going to regret it, all right? Because this has something to do with your abundance. Look at this. You got abundance coming in for you big time. You're about to start a whole new chapter in your life, all right? Where you've been struggling financially, where things have been in the red, you're moving into the black, okay? And look, there's this yellow brick road over here, all right? You got a brand new adventure you're about to go on. You know, I see travel for you. I see you heading into a time in your life where you can kind of, you know, you can chart your own course. You can make it whatever you want it to be. I see like big financial abundance coming in for you. You might even be playing the stock market a bit. You might really see big gains there in that arena. But I feel like you've kind of been a bit like a bull in a china shop, you know, and you need to be careful about how you move forward because you might create a lot of destruction. And once you burn some of those bridges, you can't cross over them again. You might really regret that. Because you might get to that point with that yellow brick road where you're like, there's no place like home. I just want to find my way back home again. You burn certain bridges, you won't be able to go back home. You know what I'm saying? So be mindful because you have a lot of abundance coming in for you. And I feel like somebody might be trying to work you, you know? They might know you got abundance coming your way and they might want to take advantage of that. Okay. So I think you need to be very, very careful here. Stay in your king energy, all right? Make wise choices. Have courage to, you know, be true to yourself. And don't, you know, sacrifice your position for something that you know that ain't right. Because there's definitely something here that's shady with the cats, okay? We got secrecy. We got multiple pussy here, okay? There's like multiple pussy here, all right? And, you know, but there's something that's clandestine about this. There's something secretive. And look, they're all kind of swarming around the cat food, all right? But none of them are taking it. Isn't that unusual? There's like wet food open here. None of these cats want to take it. Isn't that weird? That's weird. Cats don't normally refuse wet food. Normally they would be all up on this fancy feast, right? But they're not. They're not touching it. It's almost like it's a trap. They're promising a fancy feast, but there ain't nothing there, man. This is like, I almost feel like this is like a plot to pull somebody down. Somebody's running some game in this situation. You need to be live to it. I think you already know. And you're struggling to make a choice. And so my guidance for you would be, don't do it if it doesn't feel right. Don't do it if it doesn't feel right. Be very mindful because there's something here for you, okay? There's some true love here for you. And you could really destroy this if you let these people interfere with your path forward. Don't let these people interfere with what's meant for you. All right? Some things are better left as a memory, all right, with the lilies here. This may have been somebody who brought at one point a certain kind of magic in your life. Maybe they inspired you and they reawakened some part inside of you that you hadn't had access to, maybe ever before. And that's a gift, you know, but there's also this piece of letting it go, you know, letting it die and be grateful for what it reawakened in you, but also be mindful of, you know, some things are better left just done and dusted, especially because there is some kind of kiss up involved here, okay? There's some kiss up involved here. Look, we got the kiss up to the rider. I think this does involve something about a trip, a vacation, maybe to connect with this person. I mean, that Vegas piece came in, but we see, it's so funny that Joe Pesci reference came in. It's a kiss up. It's a kiss up, and somebody's going to be left like a sitting pigeon here, and it's not going to be a good thing. It's not going to be a good thing. So be mindful, because it may look like a wish come true. All right. But it actually is bad luck with this broken mirror. It's bad luck. This black cat imagery, there's a lot of cat imagery coming through for you. So I don't know if that black cat is the message, but I'm mentioning it. This is coming forward. Look, there's a secret here. There's a secret here. There's something you can't see right now. So allow yourself to get clear, because we got devil energy right here. All right. I do believe this is an old flame. This is somebody you were tempted by before. This thing's going to burn you. You play with fire, you're going to get burned. It's going to destroy something that you really value, and you'll regret losing at the end of the day. All right. So be careful, and do be mindful that this person has material aims. You got something they want to get their hands on. So you do want to protect yourself. Right. So be woke. Okay. Move smart. Move smart. Might be better to just focus on yourself right now. Look, there's the cats again. With the cat lady, okay? It might be better to just kind of chill on your own for a bit. Find self-satisfaction. Find self-satisfaction. Be careful of getting into any compromising positions, all right? Be smart. And I think you're smart. It looks good. You got a lot of abundance coming in. You got brand new chapter opening in your life. It's going to open up an exciting new adventure for you, where you can pretty much chart your course. You can do whatever you want to do, but you want to make sure that you're traveling with people that you can count on, that you can trust, that you're going down this new road, entering this new chapter of your life with, people that got your back, not people who are going to stab you in the back. All right. Just be smart, Kat.